Hey everybody, this is Kyle, aka Marana Cow, and this is part 2 of my 3 video review series today on Forza 3. And this game, highly anticipated sequel to Forza 2, which in my opinion was one of the best racing games that I ever played. This game, it couldn't get really much better, and maybe that was one of its downfalls, is that Turn 10 offered just a lot of content on their second try, and maybe to me that was kind of the problem that I had with this game. Overall, it's still a great racing game, and we'll get into more of my feelings here in a second. But basically, you got your free play mode, you've got time trials, but really they focus on the season. And basically what the season consists of is pretty much infinite amount of seasons you want to play, just with different events, with different cars, different everything. You can do a host of, here's all the events that you can do, and the check marks are the ones that I've just completed. And there is an achievement for completing all of the events and getting gold on every single event. And anything that has a check by it means I've completed it, and I know I've completed all of it gold, as you can see on the right. So it's going to take a while, especially with these endurance races right here. They're a lot of credits, but they take about an hour and a half to do. So pretty crazy stuff coming out of Turn 10, but keeps you coming back for more, and it might be worth the $60, but we'll get into more of that in a second. There is a multiplayer mode to it, an expanded storefront that you can find, everybody that has different tunes. You see a bunch of cars up there with different paint jobs, and one of the things that was really neat about Forza 2 was the community getting behind the game and using a lot of designs. There's a search feature. You can enter text. If you want to visit somebody's storefront, you can find them on the leaderboard and see what their storefront is. Give you an idea what I'm selling right now. I've pretty much got nothing. Just a little, just to get the achievement, this nothingness, and a couple different photos. There's my Texas A&M Maserati, but aside from that, the biggest thing is the racing. So we'll go to free play. We'll do a quick hot lap, or change my mind. We'll do a race here. Now, just to make sure everybody knows, I'm not very good at this game at all. So I play with most of the assists on just to make sure. But if you want to flame me for being terrible at this game, you can go ahead, because I already know it. One of my favorite cars in this game is the Lamborghini Revention. This game was kind of made out to be kind of a plain car, stealth bomber type of deal. It's sick, and you'll see why in a second. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and turn some of these on just so I don't look like a complete fool. We'll turn that off. So we'll go ahead and just play a quick race here. Nothing crazy. Just do enough to get by. So one of the big things about this game is the loading times. I installed this game to my hard drive. It takes forever to load. Now, it doesn't disappoint once it loads visually, but one of the big things is this loading time. There's a good minute, going by while it's loading. Now, the nice thing is they do throw up some tips every now and then. Not sure if you can read them, but there's some pretty good hints, tips, facts that I always pay attention to. Another new thing that they added was the ability to be in cockpit view, which I really like. I think it adds a little bit more, allowing you, especially with a wheel, to race in the cockpit. And as you can see, I'm on a controller. If you have a racing wheel, it'd be a little bit more realistic. But as I spin this car out, the cockpit view to this Lamborghini is pretty nice. It's got kind of the fake little plane, acceleration and the way I can't remember what the other thing's called, but you know, it's really trying to mimic that of a plane. Now, another thing that they added, as you see that I'm using here, is a little laggy on my computer, but they added a rewind feature, which you can use. And as I went off into the dirt there, you can use rewind an infinite amount of times, and it's very useful, especially if you're not very good at this game, to use that. And it's kind of in response to Grid. Grid made a very good racing game, and kind of gave Forza a little bit of run for its money, and I think they responded. This game is really a lot more casual based than what it was, you know, a year ago. They've really dumbed it down for people like me that aren't into cars all that much, to be able to you know, enjoy the racing and stuff like that. So that was pretty much it. Gave you guys a good idea of the visuals. You can do, of course, everything in that game that you could do in Forza, plus just more. My thoughts on it: I don't know if it's just me, not a big racing fan. I really liked Forza 2, but it just really seemed like the same game to me. They really just, all they did was just up the graphics, which was, you know, good. They added more cars. I mean, you got plenty of cars in here. And to me, it felt like they upped the online stuff, but I don't really go online all that much anyways because I'm terrible. So, you know, that's where the game kind of ends for me, is that it seems to me kind of just like a Forza 2.5. Not a real sequel, but in its defense, you can't really do all that much with it because it is real tracks, they are real cars. You know, the only thing you can really do is add more cars, but that really doesn't change the gameplay all that much. So overall, I'm going to give this game the same score I gave Zombie Apocalypse, which is an 8.5. It just feels to me like it's the same game, so that's why I graded it down a little bit. And hopefully that gave you a good idea of what the game was about. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of time since it's a 10-minute limit on YouTube, but definitely go check it out if you can. At least rent it, see what the game's all about, and then make your decision on that. I would say it's probably worth at least the rent. And then if you're a big racing fan, this game's for you, because they've really done a good job in the multiplayer and the tuning aspect and stuff like that. So, but if you're a casual person looking for some racing fun, it's still, in my mind, the best racing game out there right now. So check it out, Forza 3. That's pretty much it for me. This is Kyle, aka Moronic Cow. Make sure to check out thisXboxlife.com. We do a weekly podcast, daily blog. We got a great community out there, and we're also doing a gamer score challenge right there for some of this Xbox Live t-shirts. Sign-ups in November 17th, so be sure to hit our forums and check that out. So catch you guys later.